I'm going to go over Dominion Energy on the monthly time frame and show you the range that we are currently in. Hi everyone, it's Dow on the Dow. We ended the day at $61.64, up nearly 0.3%. The 52-week low, $57.18. The 52-week high, $88.78. We are right now between -4 and -3 standard deviations. If we make it to the north side, that would take us to roughly 65.29. 71.34, and back at the middle of the trend would be $83.99. To the north side of that, 96.65, 102.84, and finally at 4 standard deviations, if we should be so lucky, that would be 109.31. I noticed this stock when it was $59.98. Now on tipranks.com, the low forecast is $59. The average is $70.64. The high, $78. On stockanalysis.com, the low is $57.57. The average, $74.03. And the high, $93.45. Let's hypothetically say the stock goes up and you buy in at 62%. That would be a return of 13.94%. To the next target, that is a return of 19%, 25%, and finally, if we make it to 93.45, that is roughly a return of 50%. From the time I noticed it, though, to today, that is an increase of just a little more than 2.5%. And I want to point out a couple of things here. This right here, for me, is a buy zone. When a stock hits support, you tend to see a bounce, and that's what happened. Another bounce here. A bounce here. And a bounce here. And notice some areas. We didn't quite hit resistance, but that was pretty close. So this area, I anticipate a sell-off at resistance. Resistance. Resistance, 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 resistance. And this is the middle of the trend here. But notice whenever we hit resistance, there's a sell-off as people take their profits and they run. If we are up here at resistance, down here is support. At support, we bounced back up, hit resistance, and hit support and fell below support right here and hit another level of support on the way down. All right, let me show you the RSI. It is starting to turn up right here, and the MACD has not quite crossed over to the upside, but that is turning up right here, as you can see. And let me show you this on the 5-minute time frame. We are at 61.64 for the end of the day again. To the north side, your range is 62.08. If we go back to the middle of the trend, 62.68, 62.97, and finally 63.27 at 4 standard deviations. Should we fall down, that takes us to roughly 61.49, 61.17, and finally at -4 standard deviations, $60.88. And quickly the RSI turning down, but the MACD has crossed over to the upside. And that does it for me. If there is a stock that you would like me to go over, please let me know.